They say you can be anything you want in life. Ferdinand Waldo Damara took that literally. One day he was a doctor, the next a monk, then a prison warden, and a naval surgeon, all without ever graduating college. This is the story of the greatest imposter you've never heard of, a man who talked his way into the impossible, outwitted entire institutions, and even saved lives, with nothing more than a sharp mind and total confidence. No hacking, no violence, just lies and charm. Ferdinand Damara was born in 1921 in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Big kid, big brain. Even as a teenager, he wasn't interested in following the rules, only in outsmarting them. He had a photographic memory, a quick tongue, and perhaps most dangerously, a complete disregard for limitations. He dropped out of high school, then joined a monastery, then ran away from it. Then he forged some documents and enrolled in college under a fake name. That set the tone for his entire life. Damara's philosophy was simple. If you're going to lie, lie big. Lie so big, no one will question it. He started jumping identities like a spy in a Cold War thriller. At various times, he claimed to be a monk with advanced theology training, a Navy psychologist, a university dean, a cancer researcher, a teacher, a civil engineer, a prison warden, a lawyer, a surgeon in the Royal Canadian Navy. And here's the craziest part. He did all of these jobs convincingly. Let me give you one of his greatest hits. It's 1951. Damara has assumed the identity of Dr. Joseph Sear, a real surgeon whose credentials he borrowed. He joins the Royal Canadian Navy during the Korean War and is stationed aboard the HMCS Cayuga, a destroyer. Now remember, Damara has no formal medical training. Then it happens. An emergency, wounded soldiers, shrapnel wounds, gunshots, bleeding out. They need immediate surgery. And Damara, this fake doctor, steps up. He locks himself in his quarters, skims through a medical textbook for a few hours, and then performs multiple surgeries on real human beings. Successfully. He stitches arteries, extracts bullets, saves lives. Even the ship's crew is amazed. One of the patients later said, "That doctor saved my leg. I owe him everything." That's right. The man faked being a naval surgeon and became one. But of course, the truth always has a way of catching up. The real Dr. Joseph Sear found out someone was using his name. Eventually, the Navy uncovered the truth. But by then, it was too late to undo what Damara had done. Instead of punishing him harshly, they discharged him quietly. Probably because, well, he actually did the job better than some real doctors. And that wasn't even his only brush with real success. He ran a prison in Texas as a warden and improved the system so much that inmates begged to keep him on. He became a high school teacher and was beloved by students. He published academic papers and gave lectures. Again, all under false identities. The man was everywhere and nowhere. So why did he do it? Ferdinand wasn't in it for the money. He never stole cash. He never scammed people to get rich. He just wanted to be somebody. He wanted respect, prestige, a life that felt bigger than what he was born into. And he couldn't seem to find that under his real name. Eventually, the law caught up with him. He served a short prison sentence for fraud. But when he got out, he tried to go straight, working under his real name as a hospital orderly. He never pulled another major con. In 1980, a biographer tracked him down. Damara, now older, heavier, slower, said this: "I never did it for the money. I just wanted to do grand things. I wanted to be important, to do something important." He died 2 years later in obscurity. Today, Ferdinand Waldo Damara is mostly forgotten, overshadowed by flashier con men like Frank Abagnale. But unlike them, Damara's story has a strange innocence to it. He didn't trick people to steal. He tricked them to belong. And strangely, he earned it in his own impossible way. He was a doctor who saved lives, a warden who reformed prisons, a teacher who inspired kids, all without a diploma. He was a fraud, but he wasn't a failure. He was just a man from nowhere, trying to be everywhere.